Hello there and welcome you in time for Daring Abroad, and it is the first week of December, quite an impressive milestone, particularly for us here at Chams Media as we officially turn 10 years. Yes, it has been 10 years of Daring Abroad, 10 years of all of you supporting us, and what better way to celebrate than to take you around the world without a visa. Yes, today it is all about the United States, and here is what we have in store.
Isn't this beautiful?
This beautiful.
Yeah.
Beauty, luxury, sophistication, and glamour. This is the lifestyle that US-based realtor Mercy Wandia is selling to her clients abroad.
More than 95% of my clients are actually Kenyans.
Find out how she managed to get her start here and the lessons from her 25-year journey in real estate.
You have to be motivated and you have to keep on learning.
Still in the US, a peep into the recently concluded Diaspora Investment Forum in Atlanta, Georgia.
We want to see a lot of investors being influenced by our diasporian going back home to invest.
Last year, Kenyan diaspora sent home $4 billion.
Ahead of a similar event scheduled for the 13th to the 15th of December at KICC. Great, let's now join Alex Chamwada in Dallas, Texas.
She came here in the US 25 years ago as a student, and now she's a guru in the real estate sector. Wow, daring. Allow me to introduce Mercy Wandia. Mercy.
Yes.
Real estate.
Real estate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done. And when you came here as a student, I mean, did you ever imagine, did you ever think that now you'll be selling nyumba?
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to get into the marketing and business. I just wasn't sure exactly what. Yes.
Just tell us exactly what do you do exactly as a realtor in Dallas?
Okay, I'm a real estate agent, licensed in the state of Texas. In a nutshell, what I do is really helping our community to be able to invest in real estate, both around here or anywhere in Texas, or even anywhere in the United States.
Okay, yeah. I know we'll go into those details, but we go inside Nibaridi sana hapa, and of course you'll show us a model house.
Yes.
I like this is beautiful.
Beautiful.
So we'll go into details, but we begin by showing us what is around. Yeah, great. This is amazing. This is nice, Mercy.
Welcome home.
Thank you. We can look it? Yeah,
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
So, look at that. What do you think?
This is inviting.
It is definitely.
First impression, good.
First impression is awesome. So this is actually what sells this house. The moment you just walk in from the door and see that, it's absolutely beautiful,
I like it,
right?
yes.
Let me show you this absolutely beautiful kitchen.
Yeah.
So huge.
Open, you call it open plan.
Open plan because it opens to the living area and then very tall high ceilings and
like
a
that,
huge kitchen island for entertaining.
Yeah, so one would be keen to know if I buy, then would it be fully furnished, or this is just how it would look?
No.
To a demo.
Let me say yes and no, and this is the reason why. This is a model home. In a model home, they furnish it so that at least you can be able to see what you would be able to expect. And that's why you see all the furniture in the bedrooms are all, furnished. However, the houses normally come with a few appliances. Number one, it has to have a stove.
A stove,
right?
okay.
Yes. And most of the time they do come up with a fridge, but fridge is not mandatory.
It's not mandatory?
Yes. Dishwasher and microwave. The microwave is right here. And then the dishwasher is right here. Those are three appliances that has to come with the house. Isn't this beautiful?
This beautiful.
Yeah. Love it. And especially here in Texas, it gets really, really hot. So really being having something like this, for those people who can afford it,
Yeah.
it's absolutely gorgeous.
During summer, it
During
comes in
summertime,
handy. Yeah.
Yes, yes. This one is chilly, so right now it's not
Right
easy.
now,
It's
no.
not very easy to swim,
Yeah.
but hey, summertime it gets really
And
hot in
I
Texas.
like the neighborhood, Mercy.
Yeah. Nobody behind you, and as you can see, it's more like a creek.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever build
Nobody-
there.
yeah.
So you have the privacy of the backyard. And many Americans, they love that privacy of the backyard. We do work very closely together with other professionals in the real estate industry. So, for example, I work with Faith,
Faith,
very,
yeah.
very closely. Because she's a loan officer, anytime I get clients that need a mortgage, I send them over to her.
Faith, wewe ndio kusaidia clients kupata pesa.
Yes,
Financing.
I'm the financier. Yes, yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
So exactly now, your role, what do you do exactly?
So I do something called pre-approving the buyer because before they start shopping with Mercy, they need to know exactly how much they qualify for.
Who is your typical client?
It's mostly families.
Families?
Yes, mostly families, but I've as well helped people who are single, young and upcoming, you know, families as well. And I would say more than 95% of my clients are actually Kenyans.
Kenyans, well done. Wakenya wananunua nyumba huku?
Sana. They're investing a lot.
Kama hii, umesema ni bedrooms gapi?
This is 5 bedrooms
5 bedrooms.
and 4.5
So
bathrooms.
this, like how much for
This
this
is
house?
a little bit over 1M.
1
But,
million US dollars.
Yes, however, because it's very upgraded, like kila kitu has been upgraded. So this is a little bit on the higher side.
Okay.
But they still can be able to build a home like this, not as upgraded for a little bit of a 1M.
Remind us, what's your background, Mercy?
I've been in real estate field since 2004. So I started with loan originations, and then I got into modifications or short sales and foreclosures. So I was working with 2 of the bigger banks, including Chase, JP Morgan Chase, where I was doing loan modifications, short sales, and foreclosures. So I was with them for 5 years, and I was with another mortgage company for another 5 years. So total, really, it's been a long. When I came here, I came to school. So I went and did my bachelor's in marketing.
Marketing.
Yes, I did marketing because I felt like I was more entrepreneurial. That's where I wanted to be. I just wasn't sure exactly what. And then years later, I decided to go for my master's. So I did my MBA. And then, because I was thinking I wanted to rise up in the corporate field. But then I still realized this is not for me.
Wow. So you went
I need to
into
be self-employed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what inspired you to go into self-employment?
Yes. Number one, it is the children. You know, I have 2 little ones. And one of the things that I knew I wanted to get into is business. Wasn't so sure what it was until 2004 when I started loan originations. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I used to do loan originations, and then at the same time ask those clients, when you're ready to go look at houses, let's go together. So I found myself doing all the work for loan origination and at the same time being like a realtor, even though I wasn't getting paid. And I absolutely fell in love with being a real estate agent.
So you are living your passion.
Yeah.
And where were you born in Kenya?
I was born in Nyeri.
In Nyeri?
Yes.
Raised
in Thika.
In Thika?
Yes.
High school, you know, people want to really talk happy.
High school in Thika.
Igani hiyo?
Chania High School.
Chania High School. Then coming here, was it through scholarship or just coming to work and pay fees and make?
Acha nikwambie. We worked, we hustled. Wow. So coming from Kenya, I came here not with any scholarship. And I did not even have the first semester fees. Nilikuja just by faith.
Wow.
So, but of course, when I came over here, I knew at least one person who tried to connect me to get a school. And immediately I had to start hustling. So I got a job at one of the fast food places. I fried some fish. I fried some fish.
This is inspiring. Well done, Mercy. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. So we started way at the bottom when we came to the US. I think almost everybody starts there. It's a journey.
It's a journey.
It's definitely a journey.
I know.
You have to be motivated and you have to keep on learning. Right now, I cannot say I know everything about real estate. Yeah, even though I sell a lot of homes, I'm still always learning.
Great.
Taking trainings and educating myself and associating myself with those people who are doing even better than me. This is a very deep tub for showering.
Oh, bathtub.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's a bathtub. This is actually not a jacuzzi, but some of them they normally have a jacuzzi. Let's see whether we can fit. Right.
Whether we can fit.
Not both of us. See how
Like
big
that.
It is actually
I
very
was
big.
wondering how.
No, I think it's just for one person.
Yeah.
Hey, but you never know. You never know, right? Yeah. One of the things that I can say is, especially for those people who are in diaspora and they're having their families there, you know, we bring up these children in America, so they are honestly not Kenyans. They are Americans, or they are from whichever country that people are, right? So it's always good to, even though we are investing back home, it's always good as well to think about these children and invest where the children are. And an easy way that I always say that it's easier to invest is when you buy one home, don't make it your lifetime home, right? You can always sell it and use that equity, and that house can actually bear 3 more or 4 more. Just from equity, you can buy 3 or 4 more. Or you leave that and then buy your second one, still as a primary, with the minimum amount of money down.
And I know there are those who may be asking, if I'm in Kenya, can I buy property here in Texas?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. We do sell to anybody. There's a lot of international people from other different countries who have actually bought here. Land, homes, I normally see some homes where my clients are buying or some that I can sell, that I'm selling, that are actually owned by people who are already in different countries, who are not even American citizens. When they come here, especially those people who are coming here on green cards or for work, they must start working on their credit immediately. If they're thinking about taking a mortgage. Of course, if they bring cash, we'll take cash and sell them a house.
It's a small world. Great. That's how we wind up this interview. And remember, Mercy Wandia came here over 25 years ago as a student and now one of the top realtors in Texas. Well done.
Thank you very much.
And I know utatafutwa. So, sana, anakuambia. So, time for coffee now. Sasa tukunywe cha kahawa. Uninunulia kahawa sasa.
Nitanunua kabisa.
Kuna baridi huko, asante.
Many thanks, Alex Chamwada, for that insightful story, and congratulations to Mercy Wandia on all her success. Time for us to go on a short break, but when we return,
we want to see a lot of investors being influenced by our diasporian going back home to invest.
A peep into the just concluded Diaspora Investment Forum in Atlanta, Georgia.
Bamba Nyumba na AMG. Win a 3-bedroom house in Nanyuki sitting on a 1/4 acre or a 30K weekly shopping voucher or a monthly plot with Bamba Nyumba na AMG promotion. For every 100K you spend buying or paying for your plot, you earn 1 entry to the draw. The more you invest, the more entries you get. Call 0796 888 555 today. Bamba Nyumba na AMG. Usiwachwe nyuma.
Welcome back to the show. It is good to have you with us. Now, in the first part, we took you to Dallas, Texas. And right now, we want to change our focus and take you to Atlanta, Georgia, or as the locals say it, Atlanta. Well, Alex Chamwada has more.
Kenya American Community Church in Atlanta, Georgia. This is where Kenyans from various parts in the US gathered for a Diaspora Forum, which was premised on Kenya's milestones 60 years on and coming ahead of the Jamhuri Day celebrations. It was graced by the Principal Secretary, State Department of Diaspora Affairs, Roslyn Njogu. Discussions focused on the role of Kenyans abroad as ambassadors and also their socio-economic impact back home.
We served over 1,500.
The event was organized by the National Governing Council Diaspora with the involvement of 12 organizations, including diaspora associations and the Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs.
The purpose was a celebration of Kenya at 60, and we wanted to celebrate away from home, and also diaspora to be aware of what is going on with the diaspora department in a foreign affairs ministry.
The State Department for Diaspora Affairs pitched tent on the sidelines of the forum to offer mobile consular services, an initiative that was started to ease pressure among Kenyans who have to travel long distances to acquire documents like passports and national identity cards.
This one saves a lot of money. I'll take a case of somebody from Atlanta going to apply for passport in Washington, D.C. will cost him around $3,000 because he can't travel one day and come back one day. So he will end up spending a night there on the hotel, air ticket. It's a lot. But somebody with a family doing it right here, it's cheaper. And that one will help, and they have made, especially the young Kenyans, the first generation immigrants, most of the Kenyans kids who are born here to acquire their passports and also to acquire their ID. As you can see the records, we are leading in the United States with the new IDs.
Nominated Senator Veronica Mina hailed Kenyans in the diaspora for being the source of Kenya's top foreign exchange earner, that is, remittance inflows. Last year, Kenyans living abroad sent home well over 450 billion Kenya shillings. She urged the diaspora to make a point of visiting home much as they send cash.
Please don't keep your children here for many days without bringing them back home. But let me say this, we are just delighted to be here. We are very happy for the initiatives you have put in supporting the economy back home and supporting your families back home, bringing back investment to the nation. In fact, diaspora has some of the solutions that Kenya is looking for. And we know you have acquired a lot of skills, acquired a lot of competencies while you are far away from home, and you need to also know that your ideas are also welcome to build our economies in Kenya. In the 47 counties, you have platforms to express those ideas. You'll be surprised, by the way. Every governor in Kenya, every leader in Kenya is looking for that idea that can cause that county to make it break forth to the next level.
All protocols observed. It's a pleasure for me to be here.
Tharaka Nithi Governor Muthomi Njuki, who represented the Council of Governors, dwelt on health reforms back home.
1 month ago, the President assented to 4 health bills that are going to change the landscape of how health is managed in Kenya. The problem number 1 of the social health insurance was being faced because even the social health insurance that we have in Kenya, popularly known as NHIF, which you know very well, is designed in a way that at one point you exhaust it. So what happens when you exhaust your NHIF and you have a chronic disease or you have an emergency? It means you are doomed to die. So in the place of NHIF, now we have a bill, or we have an act that has created an authority, which is called Social Health Authority, that has got 4 funds.
Kenya Commercial Bank was the main sponsor of the event.
My name is Simon Halonda. I'm the head of Diaspora Banking at KCB Bank Group. We have been able to get good feedback from them on how we are serving them. And also, we have been able to extend account opening to many of them and interacted with a number of them who want other services like mortgage investment in Kenya, insurance for their parents.
I'm here to make sales for our apartment that we are building in Nairobi, Wayakiwe. That's a place called 87. So that's why we decided to come to the US in Atlanta and look for market around.
Wilbeck Fashions came from my 3 kids, Wilson, Perry, and Kelly.
Wow, Wilson,
Perry, and Kelly. And I founded it in 2019. But I've been doing fashion for a very long time. I used to do fashion even back home. So when I came here, I was like, what do I do that can be in fashion and at the same time bring pride of my country? So I decided to be buying these authentic clothes and jewelries from back home.
Made in Kenya.
Made in Kenya.
Una-promote Kenya
promote watu nyumbani and then bring it here. I do sell to our people here in Atlanta, but I also mostly sell to the Americans.
May I take this opportunity to sincerely thank you for inviting us.
Kenya's ambassador to the US, Lazarus Amayo, said Kenyans living in the US can play a key role in increasing Kenya's exports to the US.
You play such a crucial role on the welfare aspects that the embassy or the government would not be able to do without your input. And for that, I must sincerely thank you and look forward to continued collaboration with you in delivery of services to the Kenyans that are here. We happen to be in a country with which Kenya has very warm, cordial, multifaceted relations. It is also a country that plays a significant part in our economic relations, our exports. The US remains the largest export destination of Kenya outside Africa and accounts for 10% of our overall exports.
The chief guest urged the diaspora to reflect on their vision in the next 60 years.
A few countries have had their destiny changed by their diasporas. I have in mind countries like Israel, or I have in mind countries like Ireland. More recently, we've had conversations around countries like India or the Philippines. So, my people, the Kenyan diaspora in the US, what will your story be for the next 60 years? Now that we are done with these 60 years, somebody said, we are 60, therefore we are a baby. Now that's done. We're moving on to eating meat. We're moving on beyond 60. What will your story be?
At the end of the gathering, I had a one-on-one interview with the PS about the forthcoming Diaspora Conference in Nairobi. The conference is scheduled to take place at KICC from 13th to 15th December this year.
And as we run up to that, our first Diaspora Investment Conference hosted by the State Department, then it's wonderful to be here in the US and meet some of the diaspora who are going to be coming home for this event. Some of them will be coming to exhibit, some of them are coming to see the investment opportunities that are available. Yeah.
Quite significant given that remittance inflows have been increasing over the years. Kenyans are living abroad are playing a critical role in Kenya's socio-economic development.
Yes, and you know, Chamoda, one of the things that we hope to do with this particular conference is actually to turn the tide a little bit on that remittance conversation so that we are changing the mix of remittance so that we move from being largely dependent on it from a social point of view, but switch that up so that we have a larger portion of that remittance being an investment. And so the Diaspora Investment Conference of December then will be presenting interesting investment opportunities for diaspora who then can come and find places to put their money, whether it is in the money market or whether it is in real estate or investment in fintech. The banks will be there. Everybody who has opportunities for the diaspora should be there. Yeah.
And this is on from 13th to 15th of December at KICC?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Any call to action? Are people still registering? How do they register? Sponsors?
Absolutely. So you can register online, and that is at kenyadiasporaconference.co.ke, where you can register for the conference. You can register as a participant. You can register as a sponsor. You can take up a booth for exhibition so that you can show showcase what you have. We're particularly interested in people from the counties coming to show off what investment opportunities are available in the counties, and that information is also available right there on the website.
Amazing things coming out of Atlanta, Georgia. And with that, we have come to the end of the show today. Many thanks to all our guests and to you for always keeping time and taking this journey together with us. On behalf of the entire team responsible for the production of this week's episode, we say many thanks for watching. Let's do this again next time.